Hello, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Forums. Tonight, as always, I've got my lovely co-host, Patriot 3%er, and today we have another great guest. He's been on here before, as Prepping Outside the Box. He does his daily GOAT, which is go out and train. And if you aren't paying attention to those, you need to start because he's got some. They're short, but they are to the point, and they are very inspirational, and they make you think.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. Like today, well, many a days I watch yours. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Anyways, and also here in a little bit, we're gonna have our brother Arkansas Livin coming on here, and Bugout Bushido has the link. I don't know when he's coming in, but he will be here shortly. Anyways, let's go ahead and give a little bit of a shout out there. I see. Wow, we got Trusting God is here. And I think he's trying to troll me. Not sure. I'm your Huckleberry. James.
Trusting God would never do that.
Ms. Mary, good to see you, hon. Jeff. Yeah, we'll get back to that one, Jeff. I don't know how huge of a victory it was, but Ron Stryker, Michelle, good to see you, sister. Jefferson Martial Arts, my brother. I got to get you back. Maybe one of these weekends I can get you on here because I really enjoyed bending your ear. Steve O, howdy. Janet, my stalker. That I don't even mind. I don't even mind her stalking me.
Your trip.
Aircraft Sparky, what's going on, my brother? And I got Patriot. Okay. All right. So we got some of the formalities out of the way. Now, Jeff C., you said this is a huge victory for Trump and the Republic today. Now, on that note, here, let me pull up the comment really quick. That'll just make it easier. I don't know how big of a victory. I mean, I don't think any of us are really surprised that, well, first of all, they couldn't impeach a non-sitting president. I mean, like I read through the Constitution. I'm
not trying to cut you off. I'm really not. I'm just.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. That was funny as hell.
I'm not.
Sorry. Continue, man. You're on. You're talking.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Oh God, now I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, is it a victory? To an extent, it is. But I think the biggest question now is what is Trump going to do? Because everybody's like, oh, he's going to start his own media network, and he's going to do this, and he's going to do that, and it's like when you got a lawsuit hanging or an impeachment in this case, which I mean, you can't really do much now. That's over. Now the question is, what is he going to do? I mean, is he just going to play golf for the rest of his life? People are saying, oh, in 4 years, he's going to run in 2024. It's like, I want your opinions on that. What do you think Trump's going to do now?
You want to go or?
No, I'll let you go, man. You're the guest today. Go, brother.
So I'll look at it like this. I don't think he's going to run again. I think that ship has sailed for him. Not that he couldn't win. Everything's possible, but I don't think he will. I know they talked about opening up that new party, the Patriot Party and all that kind of stuff. So I can kind of see him doing something like artists do, like music, like musicians, stuff like that, where they're performers, and then bam, all of a sudden they're producers, right?
Yep.
So I can see him. He's already played the party, he already knows the ins and outs, and he can groom people for a party and get them ready to deal with things. So fresh people that are coming in, not corrupted by the system, can come in the Patriot Party, and he can help them and groom them and get them ready for what they're about to, get thrown at them.
What do you think? What do you think would be the chances of him starting his own media or own media network? You know what I mean? I mean, he's got the money, he's got the popularity.
I'm pretty sure he still wants to talk about something. So I could easily see him starting a new social media platform.
That would be.
I don't know about complete media, but his own platform I could see easily. I mean, instantly he'd have millions of people come over to it and join it. So it'd be an overnight success. You know what I mean? And it could be, it would just be getting it together and I don't know, all the computer stuff that goes along with making sure it functions right. But I mean, I could see it. I could see it easily happening. And I think, for one, I think he should. I don't know if it will backfire because I don't know if it would.
He's got 70 plus million. Well, I mean, he at least voting for him. I mean, he would probably have, like you said, within the first couple of days, he would have probably 10 million or better.
Yeah.
Just a wild guess. I mean, like, we all know what happened with this last election. So,
well,
go ahead,
man. You finish up. Go ahead.
Oh shoot! What was I going to say? My bad. Go ahead. I'll remember.
Well, one of the things that I don't know that it's necessarily a victory because I don't think it was ever legal to begin with. I mean, it is a victory in the way of, it was never legal, from what I can see, for them to convict him of something that there was. I mean, because he was having a speech way the hell off somewhere else, and pretty much everybody was there. I mean, there was a few people. There was just too much evidence. There's too much stuff.
Yeah.
That, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's too much. I'm trying to be careful how I say this on this tube place. But there's too much evidence that there wasn't necessarily just Patriot or Trump supporters there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence on the contrary. So being a huge victory, it can be a victory in the way that, number one, if we start impeaching or start doing things like this to ex-presidents, after they left office, I mean, man, that just opens a door for a lot of bad things. You get the other party in one time, and then the next time the other party, and they just start impeaching, and then it's just a big old shamble of tie-up crap instead of them working on something that really matters.
Well, look how they used it, though. Also, I mean, if you look at the first impeachment, right?
Mm-hmm.
It got shoved through as much as I don't think it should have, and it happened. Now, obviously, he quit and all that kind of stuff, but it's used to delegitimize somebody. You know what I mean? And people that don't understand politics and all that kind of stuff, and that there's more process than just being impeached. There's also, they could be acquitted. The onset, they could be charged or whatever. There's more parts to it, is what I'm saying. If you talk to people or if you looked at social media and things like that, right after the first one was done, they're like, haha, he's gone. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not. He's right there. Like they can do whatever they want, and they can make their side look legitimate by doing an impeachment, because now that he's impeached, he must have done wrong, even though he was acquitted. He must have done wrong, and it's all politics, man. It's like you're saying, it's a dangerous road. Now all of a sudden it's going to be used as a tactic instead of what it's there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of. Go ahead, Dangerous.
Well, I was just thinking. I mean, for a lot of the Trump's election, I mean, he was the buffer between these damn politicians and we the people, and he was trying, to hold them off the best he could. I mean, it was better off that they were mad at him and attacking him. Now that he's out of there, they're going to start coming after us. And I mean, honestly, how are we supposed to defend ourselves against these corrupt assholes?
Well, I was thinking about this earlier. you've got little things going through, right, in states and local. And if they're getting pushed through and they're successful, right, like these sanctuary states for Second Amendment and things like that, if they get pushed through and they're successful, then you get people in your own areas where they live, like all the guys in the all ladies and guys in the chat go to the prospective local areas, and they get that framework that already got passed in one area pushed and passed in that area, and it goes for the rest of your rights and all that kind of stuff. So if you have a state that is lucky enough to have the framework already passing and that it's legitimate, and then other places push the same thing, it's a start.
Yeah. And actually, that's a good point. On my After Dark last night, we had a Wolf's Eyes on there, and she was like, the way she did it was she started locally. I mean, she started at the local government, but beyond that, she went around and she told us straight out she'd take her dog out walking and meet people that way, and she's one of those people that gets a good read on somebody right away, can kind of tell what kind of person they are. And, so she kind of found out right off the bat, it's like, oh, I can trust this person, I can't trust that person. And she found out, hey, there's a lot of people in my community, whether it be in my own block or 4 blocks away or hell in the next town over. I mean, it's gotta start local. I mean, and watching these revolutionary series, it's exactly the same way they did it. I mean, it may not be repeating exactly, but it's like Mark Twain said, it sure does rhyme a whole lot.
Yeah. I was looking in there and where was it? The California critic said that I'm trying to talk about the Californication of America. I'm not trying to make all of America the same because we're all different. I get it. But we're supposed to be a constitutional republic, which means if I want my ability to defend myself for the Second Amendment and 50 other people, there's only 51 of us, don't want it, it's not just there for them to take it away from me. It's a constitutional republic. Yep. We've got all this point that we're this huge democracy and everything's just voted in by the majority, and that's not how it works. So that's for that. I'm not saying just completely change everything across America for my point of view. I'm just saying for your actual rights, you have to stand up for those, and you have to stand up for them for other people too. If somebody wants to say something stupid and I don't agree with it, I might not agree with it, but I'd rather support them and their ability to say it, so they'll support me when I say something they think is stupid. You know what I mean? So it's not trying to make everybody the same. It's trying to secure some freedoms, which I think we've been losing since the beginning of the 1900s.
No, 1800s. Honestly, if you want to go back, you gotta go. I mean, a lot of people praise Abraham Lincoln, and I'm not saying he was the worst president, but at the same time, man, he did some really shady stuff back then.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I did a paper on it, and I was not that is the end all be all. I'm just saying I wrote a paper on it before, and I started it with them trying to implement the automatic withdrawal from your paycheck. And it was the late 1800s when they tried, and everyone rejected them and like, hey, jug on. And then it wasn't until early 1900s. It was like 1906 or one, or I don't know. It was early 1900s. And they tried it again and got it passed. And all of a sudden we had this automatic withdrawal from our paychecks. So we weren't paying the government. They were just taking what they need, Mm-hmm. And I considered that. And you're right. It goes further than that. But I've always considered that being like the beginning of just starting to lose things.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking like 1913 when they actually federalized the Reserve Bank, or not the Reserve Bank. God, what is the name of that thing? Not the IRS. Come on, somebody knows what it is. What was it that they passed in 1913? Was that the Federal Reserve? Maybe I was right. But
I don't want to say it wrong.
Yeah, I don't mind throwing it out there. Somebody in the chat will figure it out, or somebody in the chat knows it. That's what I love about having the chat, because these people, they're our friends, they're neighbors, they're people that we love. In fact, it was the Federal Reserve. Okay, yeah, that's when they passed the Federal Reserve Act, and yeah, that's it's kind of when we started going downhill, and then shortly after came the IRS, and that became the enforcement branch of the Federal Reserve. Which, by the way, if for anybody that might not know this in the chat, the Federal Reserve is not actually designated by the government. They are a freaking bank. Period.
Well, at this point, you know, like I've said before, a lot of this, the money thing nowadays, it's all hitting numbers on a computer. You know, I mean, they print out money to replace other, you know, currency that's, you know, gotten torn up, wadded up, people, whatever, to keep currency moving around. But it's just numbers on a freaking computer is all it is anymore. There's just nothing backing it, man. They're spending the tax dollars that they're getting in like the first month, a lot of times, like the first month of the year, of the fiscal year. There's all the tax dollars are gone. And
All right. First of all, I know there's a lot of mods out here. Please stop timing people out for. I mean, now if they're doing something offensive or abuse, Billy, will you please give them a rundown in the chat? What we do and do not tolerate.
all right, well, you know, we ain't gonna tolerate no racism. First off, that's just out of the question. We On the other channel, we do talk a little adult nasty and stuff like that, but we'll not put up with people talking dirty to women, like, you know, like really bad. You know what I mean? We won't put up with attacking women. We like for people to have a freedom of speech, and, you know, to a point. Obviously, let's just, I don't know why this one's getting timed out.
If maybe somebody's just got a beef, but we don't tolerate that either.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a beef. They're over there trying to time out each other or something, and let's not. Look, here's the thing, guys. I just to be straightforward about this. If you got a beef with somebody, okay, take it to another channel, please. Start your own channel, or go and talk to that person. Let's kind of keep it, you know, let's keep it civil in here. We just, you know, we just don't want to tolerate it, man. I mean, take the beef somewhere else. You know, timing out people and stuff like that for no reason. Let's just let's leave that one alone.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets that bad, I will start removing wrenches. So,
but anyway, so to go back to it, I see old Cuomo might be looking at some trouble. Have y'all seen that?
no, I don't think I. For what?
Say that one more time, man. I'm sorry. I was reading chat.
I
Yeah, probably at 1-on-1.
There's a couple of
them.
them.
So I see old Cuomo. Cuomo might be in a little trouble over this coof virus and the sending people back to the nursing homes and stuff like that. I did
kind of catch something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. Looks like he may be facing charge. Yeah, there you go. He may be facing charges for killing people, man.
Let me see if I can get that up.
Oh, that's amazing. Good.
Yeah.
Shed a little light on that and the reason that some of them died, because you sit there and threw them in a home.
Yeah. 15,000 plus elderly. Yeah, I've seen that. That's kind of crazy, man.
By the way,
fudge some numbers, and yeah, I think they originally started out, there was like 11 or 1200 that they had fudged the numbers on to start out. And then they figured out it just got worse and worse, you know. That's one thing to remember, that, oh, how did my mom used to say it? Oh, what web we, something we, how did she say that? If first we practice to deceive, oh, what web we, I don't know. Anyway.
That sounds familiar too. That's going to drive me insane now.
Oh, what web we weave when we first practice to deceive.
Airborne Prepper, good to see you, brother. I swear, every time I see him, I always think of that old Bill Cosby clip where he's talking about being a medic. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. It's my own little comedy thing. But good to see you, brother.
But yeah, that would that, you know, I want to see some of these people start getting in trouble and getting indicted, man. I mean, this is, you know, it was really funny to me that they sit up there, especially him, Cuomo, sit up there and he's like, Trump's doing this, Trump's doing that wrong, he's killing people and whatever. And meanwhile, you're killing people and fudging the numbers. You know, it's usually the guilty dog that barks first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Thank you, California.
Nice. No, I was going to say, do you think anything will actually come of it?
I don't know that.
Look at like the attention span of America as a whole. I'm not saying people in the chat or you guys or anything like that or myself, but America as a whole, right? The majority, it's like a 2-week attention span. Like we have the attention span of a 2-year-old. So we get one thing, we're all like gung ho and like, oh yeah, or one side or the other, whatever's happy or mad about something that's going on. So they can bring up him, drag on this process. And then when people stop caring because they're like, okay, you know, whatever. Yeah, he got in trouble. Did he? Or did he just get called out and slapped on the wrist? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just curious if anything would actually happen. That'd be a game changer.
It would be, but man, even when Trump came out in 2015, we're gonna lock her up. I mean,
yeah, but I knew that was never gonna happen.
You know, it's going to come to a point where I think a lot of it has to be with people losing the faith in the justice system. And honestly, our justice system has been fucking miserable.
You know what probably happened is some people know a little too much, and they probably have means to back themselves up, so they're untouchable. So all of a sudden, when he's like, "Oh, we're going to lock her up," and then he gets in there, he might have moved towards a point of getting that done because it was like one of the big things he said. And then all of a sudden she was like, well, what about this, this, and this? And all of a sudden it would have like just destroyed the government.
Well, that would.
You could tear us apart from the inside out pretty easily if you know enough. So I would assume enough corrupt.
To be doing a pretty good job of that lately. Honestly, dude, like I can understand, like I said, I've been watching a lot of these revolutionary series, and I mean, watching it, it's like, holy crap. It's like, even when this was happening, you know, back in the 1700s, and it's like, wow, you know, I see so many similarities between it. Like, you know, like how our revolutionaries had to hide, and not necessarily, they had to like hide in plain sight with a lot of the redcoats. And passing notes and stuff like that. I mean, it just made me start thinking. I mean, now granted, back then, if they wanted to send them a letter or anything like that to, like, say, you know, to a different state, it took them a week at least to get that letter there. Now we can do it almost, in 10 seconds. But the only thing is ever since the Patriot Act, at least since the Patriot Act, probably before, and we just didn't know it. You know, nothing digital goes without being recorded somewhere, somehow.
Well, I think that, you know, like the deal with the Cuomo deal, you know, now you're talking about a whole lot of freaking families that are about to get involved, man. You know, they run around talking about, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, or you're going to kill grandma. Well, wait a minute. He killed grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He killed grandma and grandpa. So, you know, there's a lot of you're fixing to have a lot of families involved in this, you know, that are going to want to know the truth in this, and that could be, you know, you talk about 15,000 people. I mean, there's going to be a lot of families in there, and I mean, jeez, man.
Well, I mean, New York is pretty much bankrupt already. What are they going to do if they get sued by 15,000, you know, families? Like,
Well, if
Turn
they
to
all,
the
yeah, if they start filing lawsuits, man, I mean, they'll have to put him in jail. You know, they'll have to prosecute him, man. I mean, you know, they're not going to have a choice if enough people get involved, and that's, you know, I mean, that's just my opinion on that.
just real quick, would that make someone in a hypothetical situation, if you killed 14,000, 15,000 people, would that make you like the biggest serial killer in our history?
in American history, yes.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. In our history, like in our,
Yeah, it definitely would.
just
Well,
curious.
it might be there might be some competition there with the Clinton side,
They're
you
still
know, our sided. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'd like to know the numbers on that one.
No, I don't think we'll ever get honest numbers on that count.
Well, and now the Patriots asked, it was nice knowing you, man.
I know, right?
I
Yeah, but the Clintons moved to New York now, so maybe he'll be safe.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, see, and I also seen where they're talking about the recall for Gavin Newsom is gaining like a hell of a traction.
Yeah, and they've tried a whole bunch of times before, but apparently this one's like, it's got it. So we'll see.
What do you think, California critic out there? You did you
No, I think he's probably already signed that petition.
I'm wondering if he's out there fighting. He's out there fighting against them, saying, "No, don't you recall my favorite governor?"
Yeah.
How dangerous it is.
Yeah, man, I've heard that man call everything from new scum to nuisance.
What?
Yeah, most of California. It seems like all the people I know from California can't stand him, and it makes you question how these people keep getting reelected into these offices. I mean, have they just figured out how to cheat their way in there? I mean, obviously they did a good job this year, but
Man, there's getting to be so many in here. I just want to say hello to everybody that's saying hello to me. I just cannot type that fast. So hello everybody in the chat and everybody that's joining. Y'all are awesome. Thank y'all so much. Anyway, keep going.
I was gonna say you talking about Newsom. There's some dudes out there. There's like Brent Paya or whatever, and he does a parody about Newsom constantly. There's some people that are pissed off. It's funny though.
well, I don't even live in California, and I don't like the guy. But you know, it kind of makes sense because he's freaking Nancy's nephew or something, from what I understand. I think. I mean,
I think he's Nancy's nephew and California critic's boyfriend. You just got to understand, prepping outside the box. Me and Me and
California.
Credit go at it pretty good. He's my buddy though. And Tactical Technician is just a troll. He's one of them he
He's a troll that happens to know where you live.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
He comes over and sits out in my yard and stuff and waits for me to wake up. He's like, man, I'm bored, man. I ain't had nothing to do. And I'm always like, get a life, dude.
That's too funny.
101 thanks, brother. Dude, I always, man, we're here to support each other. I appreciate that. Speakeasy, Nachos in the room, voice in the dark. Man, we got over 100 people in the chat now. Wow, that's pretty cool. Couldn't imagine.
Nacho Bel Grande without the meat.
Christopher, good to see you, brother.
No, but I'd like to see some of these governors and some of this stuff. I'd like to see some of them start getting what's due to them, recall and sued and oh Lord, Pete the Patriot, Bud.
Pete.
He's a Brokeback Mountain Cowboy and a Rocky Mountain. Hey, Rocky Mountain oysters are delicious. Those things are good. You get a good sauce with them too, man. I'll eat a whole tray of those, man. How you gonna talk trash about Rocky Mountain oysters? Those are really. I'm just saying.
It just didn't seem like it would. I guess maybe if I was starving, but then again, at that point, I'd probably eat asshole too. So
okay, except for the raw and still on the bowl. I understand that part. That's a little much.
I'm not. Yeah.
Have you ever had them?
No, no.
I have never.
Really? Oh, dude, they're really good, man. They're
I
really
watched
good.
somebody. No. I watched somebody eat some. I was like, no, I can't do it, man.
We sat there and,
when you know what it is. I mean, now if somebody came out right in front of you and said, "Oh, this is great stuff," and everybody starts digging in. Yeah, maybe, but once you know what it is, it's like, oh, kind of cringe just to put the fork in it,
I mean, there's just certain parts that ain't supposed to be ate on, man. I'm just saying.
The brains and the testicles.
Brains, the testicles, stuff like that. You're just not supposed to eat these things, man.
I went up to a funeral in Nebraska for one of my boys, and we went into like the only bar that's there. It's a small town in Nebraska, and they sat there and they laid out a whole bunch of trays of just Rocky Mountain oysters, and we were like, "Fuck it." And started munching down on them.
With the right seasoning, you can stomach anything.
I think there's some other stories for that too, but it's for after dark. Anyway,
all right, I got you.
Yeah, I just
anything. To eat. There's a lot of things you can eat.
So anyway, that's rough.
Jesus. Okay, so
I know that's my stalker. She's my online girlfriend.
The don't tell anyone that you'll eat the ass of an animal.
Yeah,
that's not a turn on. Sorry.
That's a good point. Some women actually enjoy it. Just saying.
So, okay. What's going on with Arkansas Livin and
that is a good question. He said he'd be a little bit late.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to miss the whole thing. I will say this because I'm going to shout out my own state, and we were kind of talking about it before, but I thought it was pretty humorous. in Missouri, Newton City declared gun laws null and void and authorized sheriffs to arrest federal agents. I just want to throw that out in the chat. See if anybody else has heard about it, because I find it hilarious that my state as a whole wants to nullify and be a sanctuary state, and then cities individually are sitting there doing the same thing. I find it promising.
Well, I think there's a lot of counties and there's even some states talking about a lot of that, and I know that after Katrina, Arkansas had went to they passed a law basically that if we have a natural disaster, some kind of disasters, that you cannot confiscate weapons, and any federal agency or anything that goes and tries to do it will be arrested on site.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, and I was like, shoot, I'm glad, because I didn't want to get arrested and die and stuff, because you're not taking mine.
It's not, and it's not being against freaking agencies or anything like that. I mean, I've got some pretty cool ones around here. There's some pretty legit people that are for rights and stuff. Even the ones that charge me, because I mean, I've got an FFL and an SOT. I can deal with a lot of things, and even the ones that are overseeing me know my future plans, and I'm wanting to do belt fed classes and things like that, and actually be able to do some good shooting on ranges.
I smell something.
Yeah, I smelled it too. That's what brought me to the internet.
All right, never mind. I figured it out.
It's kind of weird how it is down here in my county, because we have a lot of sheriffs out down here and a lot of deputies, but at the same time, we also got a lot of Mesa PD. And it's usually the sheriffs act a lot more friendly to the citizenry.
Yeah. Arkansas, why can't you show your face, man?
Oh God, that's why.
I'm just kidding. Take it away. Take it away.
Yeah, take it away. So how was your day over there, Arkansas? What's going on with you, bro?
Just a regular old day, just stuff. How about y'all?
You didn't get stuck. You didn't get stuck in one of them mud holes down there, did you?
Man, I'm not a dog.
Well, you said you got stuck in one night or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and not a butthole. This is supposed to be the clean channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. We do this so much, man. It just everything runs together.
Crosses lines.
We cross streams. Yeah.
They cross streams. Arkansas. You guys cross genes. Whatever.
No, we go straight up, bro.
That was a cousin joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on which cousin.
I think it's still.
It's not the kissing cousin.
You missed all the topics, man.
No, I've been listening. I just couldn't get on my laptop until I got back home. I've been listening.
Oh, how convenient for you and your,
what
listening.
life?
I got kids sneaking up on me.
Exactly.
I had to pop in.
No problem. What's up, 101?
Not much. Same old shit.
I think I need to turn my volume up or something. Something's going on.
There's something always going on with you.
Man, don't even start with me.
I didn't say there was something bad going on. I'm just saying something's always going on.
He's a busy man. He's got to go out there and start campfires and stuff like that.
I only got about 10, 15 minutes before I got to bail for my thing.
Well, what do you got on your mind?
I don't know. I just wanted to stop in here for a little bit of craziness before I get serious tonight with everything that's going on. Discuss this impeachment thing. A few
non-impeachment.
or non-impeachment rather.
Yeah.
Acquitted.
I mean, like, honestly, was anybody really shocked at this? And I'll propose it to you. You got only 10, 15 minutes. So one of the first things we discussed is, what do you think Trump's going to do? What do you think Trump is going to do now?
Jesus.
It's game time. It's time to go. It's time to expose some big things.
What you doing?
Okay, Scott Cole, you can stop with the whole spamming thing. Thank you. The spamming of the emojis doesn't help. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about DUMBS, tunnels, kids, and the more serious things tonight.
They said hi.
So you think some stuff's going to happen?
I would say so. Maybe not right away, but within a month we'll see something big, and then it'll just cascade from there.
Yeah, Nidavellir. I don't know if they were sliding by with a lot of stuff, because, I mean, honestly, if our government and our Congress and everything is too busy dealing with, say, Trump or anything else, then that kind of gives us, the pesky citizens, a reprieve to better prepare ourselves and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that. And you should be prepared for what's coming, because what's coming, your average citizen is not going to be able to handle it mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that be a financial collapse, like you were talking before, like you were, like we always talk about SHTF, or if you want to get into the whole conspiracy side of things, you take your pick your poison, if you will.
Well, it was talked about last night, I believe it was, or hell, I don't know. It was one of them nights. We do this all the time, so it all runs together. But I don't really see, like, for instance, a big giant power outage. Like a grid down. It's just hard.
Well, I'm not saying that specifically.
Well, no, I'm just saying, for an SHTF, a lot of people are talking about grid down. The only way I see a grid down is if it comes from another country. The powers that be here is not going to shut the power down here. I mean, they might do it for like a week, in certain areas or something to.
But what I would suspect is it's going to be, if it did happen here, it would be in small, controlled areas for short periods of time, as to not raise suspicion as to what's going on.
Right. But for them to have everything as screwed up as it is, I think they're going to want to keep the bread and circus going, if you know what I mean. The bread part of it, I stopped in at Wally World today because the other store didn't have what I needed, and so I had to go in there. And dude, I'm gonna tell you, there were quite a few empty shelves. It actually surprised me. I was like, damn, there was of course we're supposed to have this ice storm, and the store was full, and so everybody goes and buys everything up because they think we're going to be stuck for 65 days or something. That's what they act like.
I don't see that.
People had shopping carts, man, that were just, god dang, I'm surprised they wasn't collapsing. They had crap piled up, and I'm just like, guys, I mean, if we have anything at all, it's going to be 2 or 3 days, and everything's going to be fine. You know.
I think whatever is coming down the pipeline, wherever you want to stand on the subject, there is something big coming down, and it's going to be a wake up call for a lot of people. And I think we can all agree on that. Whatever this something is, because I think y'all can vouch for me on this. We're all feeling it. We're feeling something coming down. I hope that made sense.
No, I mean it's coming.
Something's coming.
It's,
That's all I know. That's all I can feel it in the air.
It's I mean there's definitely something fixing to happen. And I think when it does happen, everything's going to peak all at the same time.
And I think we're all, regardless of where we're going to be standing on everything, I think we're all going to meet at that one junction point of, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Man, I'm stocked up on possums.
Man, you ain't got possums. Don't even come at me.
Now you have a tactical gizmo.
I do have a gizmo. Where did I put the gizmo?
And everybody in chat, if I don't get a chance to say hello and thank you to everybody, please don't take offense to it. This is a lot more people in the chat than we're really used to. So
This is dangerous new twerking video right here.
God, no, you got to put a little set of body armor.
We are so not going to let him live this down, are we?
Hell no. You guys aren't, man. You guys are terrible, man.
From my calculations here, prepping outside the box was at 1.5 or 2.15, and he is now at 2.24 subscribers. So he's gained 150 subs.
Yeah.
Stop shouting everybody out. You've been shouting everybody out all day. What's up?
I know.
Even my After Dark channel is growing pretty rapidly.
Well, the thing is, I'm doing that because I know the YouTube algorithms aren't giving you guys the exposure that you deserve.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing, man. I pick on you and stuff, but
you're fine.
I love you.
I know.
Well, we pick on you too, man. Like I freaking called you today. I was like, you need to change your voicemail. They're like, hey, y'all hold on a minute now.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm getting sick of the prepper 101. It's prepping. I'm sorry, but it's really getting bad with that. I know y'all mean me, but if you're gonna say prepper, go to the actual dude, Prepper 101. He deserves love too. Don't get me and him mixed up.
No, please don't. Yeah, this is prepping with the ing at the end. Yeah.
I need to make another account with ing in parentheses, or change the name of the new account.
Don't add parentheses and stuff. It's already hard enough to type Patriot 3%er in.
No, it's 111.
What?
111.
Just looking so confused. I'm sorry, Patriot. Just like what I walk into.
What? How did I get drug into this? What y'all was?
Now hold on just a minute.
You hold on.
You drag me into stuff all the time.
I don't do that. I would never drag you into anything.
Except a lot of things.
What? I mean, what?
I don't know.
I mean, I
just trying to poke at you.
All I did was just went over there and tried to put some firewood on because it's cold in here. I'm over here cold, and I come back and y'all are talking about me. Y'all drug me all into the middle of something.
No, we do that about everybody. You
no. See, the thing is, Patriot
you just be quiet.
Patriot got bored with us. He went to go play with his wood, man.
Damn right.
Well, it dang sure didn't take you long.
It's the whole minute rights thing.
No, I was being serious.
Right,
As soon as
it's
somebody
so dry.
leaves, the panel, we just start talking shit about them.
Well, hang on. Prepping outside the box left, and we ain't said nothing bad about him.
Well, he's a Marine. We're scared.
All right.
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about him. I just shouted his butt out, you know.
Yeah.
Prepping outside the box is he's a great dude, and he is so freaking hey, I was just they were fixing to just start talking bad about you, and I was sticking up for you.
I was talking to my wife. I was literally right here.
Did you just disappear off camera just to see if we'd say anything about you?
No, wife just got home. I had to talk to her for a minute.
We didn't say anything bad.
Arkansas, you're guilty.
Ouch. Didn't even get a trial or a jury on that one. Just guilty.
Guilty.
Oh. I was thinking. I was gonna say he was just a member of the latrine squad, but anyway.
Oh,
It gives you that cockeyed look like what?
oh man, you know that's funny because the other day, Josh was telling me a story about the latrine, and then last night we were talking with somebody that had an even worse story. Oh my God, so much worse. I don't know, you missed it, but like they had like an RV type thing, and the septic was full on it, so they had to go out and dig. There was no septic lines to hook up to, so, and this is in Iraq or somewhere in the Middle East. And so they had to go out and like dig a hole to empty it, and yeah.
Hey, speaking of another latrine duty guy, Mayhem wants to come on.
Yeah, I see that. I'm sending him a link right now.
Okay.
Do y'all see this Corey Steele backup dude over here in the comments?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hold on.
What's up?
Marines are scary unless they have God.
Or Thor. Or Tyr.
I don't know. I actually will not say anything bad about the Marines because my dad is a Marine, Vietnam and vet, and he used to tell me that Marines are sent in to make it safe for the Army to come in.
Yeah. Or the Navy is their taxi.
My uncle was a Green Beret, and he used to say that he used to go in to make sure it was safe for the Marines to come in.
Yeah. We used to say, like, almost everybody in our family is from some different part of a different service. So we've got Navy, we got Air Force, we've got. I've got an uncle, Arkansas, that was a Green Beret. He's been government his whole life. That dude's hard as nails. But the guy that was in the Air Force, he's a huge jack dude, like just big beefcake dude. And I would sit there and we'd talk trash every time I see him. And the last time I got him, the best I could get him is Halloween. And I was over at my parents' house hanging out, and he came over and he was leaving. And I ran to the door and opened it up. And I was like, hey, if you want to dress like a man for Halloween, I've got my uniform here.
My uncle was a little bitty guy, but then nobody want to mess with him. But I mean,
dude, like Ron. I mean, look at Arlie Ermy, dude. I mean, he wasn't a super huge dude either, and he's still an icon even after his passing. Yeah. I mean, he's not going to be George Washington or anything, but I can imagine that he's going to be remembered for probably at least as long as I'm alive. I'll remember him.
Who the fuck said that?
I like the feuds. I like the feuds. They're fun.
The who? The
feuds in between the different services, and then in that between the different units, and then between the different companies, and then between the different platoons. Everyone hates everyone equally. It's awesome.
Well, that's always been. I mean, I've never been in the service or anything like that, but like down at my deer camps and stuff like that, we've got, and my family too. Everybody just gives each other crap all the time. Any
All
other-
right, y'all. I'm gonna bail, and I will see y'all if y'all end up coming over anytime.
We'll probably see you
101,
later.
hey, man,
one-on-one. It's good
dude,
to talk to you.
I'll tell you what, I don't always stay for the entire thing, but I'll tell you what, I always pop in there, say hi, and give
I
you a
don't
thumbs
expect
up,
you to
man.
stay for the entire thing, Dangerous. It's very hard to stay for 3 hours straight, brother.
That ain't no big
Nah,
deal.
it's really not, but to keep the same amount of people is very difficult. I mean, I've done 12-hour streams, but it's all good. Much love. Thank you very much, 101. And you know what? We gotta swap emails. So I mean, just with the way the censorship and everything is going, we need to stay more in contact than ever before.
3% is like, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He'll get drunk and send you naked pictures, man.
No, God.
He'll forget which one you are, and he'll send you naked pictures.
It happened one time.
You didn't tell me that when I gave you my email. He's got my dadgum phone number.
Oh well, I thought you like to do that.
Well, anyway, I gotta go. I'll think about it, and
All right, brother.
Appreciate it, everyone.
You have a great stream,
but
man.
seriously, we will.
Oh Lord.
I'll give you my email or something. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
and thank you for sending so much love my way, dude. I really appreciate it.
I
We
hope
all
it's
do.
helping. I hope you're able to handle all the publicity and traffic.
I mean, I already made my embarrassing video for the year, so I think I'm good.
The year just started.
The year just started.
And then you sent it out to people.
That
And
was
now
a
they have
mistake.
copies.
I see.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Later.
I see I see an army shirt.
What's up, man?
Oh no, we got. What are you doing here?
He said,
Can you hear us?
hold on, man. What? The man just come up on there and you start cutting him down right off the bat.
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh,
Ain't nothing wrong with the army. What are you talking about? He's just giving you that.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're giving you. I mean, you got the floor, man. What? You got nothing to say? you a little worried?
No, it's coming all robotic on my end.
oh, for real?
I just thought maybe you were scared because there was a Marine up
Yeah.
there.
Really?
He is above you. He's
Oh,
above
I'm
you
not
too,
scared of
apparently.
man eaters.
Mike Chuck, how y'all doing?
Man, I got my crayons out of the truck a little while ago, or
Oh man.
You trying to distract me and throw them on the ground so I run away and try to eat
well, I
them?
thought I could. If you start talking or something like that, I could throw some up at you.
That's crazy. My kids do the same thing.
Do you give your kids crayons too?
I tell you what,
They have most of them.
Sorry.
my grandpa was a '68 whiskey. He still jokes around with my uncle that's a Marine, and he said, you know, the worst thing that I ever did was give him magic markers. He said he had this stuff all over his face.
That's funny.
Oh man, that's horrible. Oh man, Josh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect it to go this way. But remember, we're still keeping this PG-13 now, folks. So
I'm trying.
No problem.
I know. Chris and Lee, good to see you, brother. I saw you backstage there for a while, but we had something going on. How you doing?
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm just enjoying the show. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, Patriot 3%er. My wife, Lee, wanted to tell, let me tell you, she said hi.
Okay. Well, hello.
Howdy.
I thought I heard an "I love you" or something in there.
How-
Nah, I think
howdy.
that too.
No, she watches Patriot 3%er. I watch all you guys as much as I can, especially Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
Where's that gizmo? You gotta make a tactical
Wow.
gizmo now.
It's
You know,
on
and,
the
and the,
I got it out a little while ago.
You realize your possum's going to get jealous, right?
No, they're hanging out together. What I'm thinking about doing is making a little small saddle and putting the gizmo riding the possum.
Oh my God.
Oh man, hey, that would be meant. That'd be a top seller right there.
Yeah.
and you know, and he used to be such a humble such a humble person until he started hanging out with us degenerates.
Now, Arkansas, you know what you need to do? You need to cut open the top of the head on that gizmo so you can put a can in there and he can be your new koozie so you don't have to use a sock no more.
Oh, there you go.
He's like, but I love my
He's
gizmo.
thinking. He's thinking.
No, he. I think I just broke his heart.
Yeah, see, look. See,
He's like, no.
I think some of these nights that Arkansas sitting out there in his truck, especially before he got so famous and everything over here on the internet, I think he used to sit out there with Gizmo and he would hug Gizmo and he'd be like, "It's okay, it's okay," you know. And people like you, and he would kind of look.
They used to.
I just got the gizmo. We don't even know each other that well yet.
I'll see you wore
Give it time. Give it time.
Can you tell me why you're trying to get to know a stuffed animal?
What?
God.
Yeah, what is?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This ain't after
You know,
dark.
when
This ain't
you
after dark.
sleep in your truck, you need all the pillows you can get. So, you know, if all you got is a stuffed possum, probably makes a good backrest. Especially as much time in his truck that he spends, man. I could see him driving around with that thing around right behind his neck, like as some neck warmer.
I could see the morning that Arkansas wakes up and his new little puppy's gone in there and he's just going, you know, crazy on new Gizmo. Gizmo's in pieces and there's just fluff everywhere.
PTP.
That's why I got a backpack over here with a sewing kit in it. I'll put him back together.
Hold still, little buddy. Hold still. Please, if that happens, make a video of you doing that.
Oh Lord.
Oh man,
Be like
it's
Ted,
not even after. Well, it is after, technically, but
Ted 3 Gizmo.
oh Gloria.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm throwing everything.
Okay,
I just don't know
There ain't no medicine in a gun battle. Just gather him up and let's go.
grab him by his body armor. And
So
what's up,
what's your thoughts, tactical technician, on the gizmo and getting to know stuffed animals?
I thought you were about to put it on serious part.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't
Did
know
you have
what to say
the-
about a grown man with a stuffed animal. Just saying, I don't know.
Well, now
I
the
have no
other day,
opinion on that.
the other day when I saw you and you got out of your big truck, I'm pretty sure that was a stuffed animal that fell out of your big truck.
Out of my big truck.
Yes.
No, I don't have any stuffed animals in my big truck.
Oh my lord!
Nah, I was gonna say something, but I'm trying to keep this PG.
I got it.
There was something that fell out. Of his
Hey,
truck.
at least,
What's the stuffed animal, though?
at least try to go PG-13. That's okay, right?
Did
Oh my lord!
you make that video of me getting thrown down on the ground and stuff?
Yeah, that's coming out next Thursday.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm giving a little bit of time before you have to, you know, lick your wounds and shit.
Oh, release the video, man. We need to. Yeah.
I really want to see Patriot getting his butt whooped. You gotta put it on the internet.
I have to say, there's one part. It's really funny, and we have this guy named Shooter, and he's like, yeah, going through the motions, and Patriot's like, yeah, show me how it's done. And then, so he goes through and grabs him, pulls him forward, and all you hear is Patriot go, "Oh Lord!"
Hey man,
Can't wait to see it.
if you want to practice
Yeah.
proper hand-to-hand combat, man, you got to get dirty, man. That's just the way it is.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
but see, at first though, Shooter was up there and he's like, well, you know, and he's like, well, I don't really know how to, you know, he was wanting somebody to step forward, and everybody was just kind of standing there like, hell no, I ain't going over there. And I was like, screw
I
it.
was behind the camera.
I took everything. I took my knives and all that. And Shooter was like, because I told him, I said, now look, if you get too physical, I've got this. And he made me take my knife off too. He was like, no, I'm not wrestling you. You got your knife off.
It made you take your pistol off too.
I know. Well, I know it. No
I'll tell
fun.
you what really, really hurts bad is falling out of a deer stand with an AR on your back.
Oof.
Oh,
That's an absolutely horrible thing. I mean, my little boy was down there. I'm just glad I didn't land on him. And I was sitting over there just trying to, you know how it is, wheezing when you're trying to catch your breath back. And what the hell is going on?
Can y'all hear me?
Is that Pete?
No, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
We can't see you either.
What in the hell is that?
You got a unicorn on your
I
head?
think that's a kitty on his head.
I don't know. I come into this live stream because it's like serious stuff going on here. We got Marines, we got the Army. I don't know what Patriot 3%er is, and I don't want to ask. And then
Old guy.
I don't know. Dangerous Freedom's been streaming for 227 hours straight. So I still haven't figured that one out yet. But when I saw the gizmo, I said, I gotta come in with my Piglosi corn. Because that's what I got here.
Bugout, you gotta.
Yeah.
Got a little, yeah.
Look out. What's going on?
There's Bugout. What's up?
What?
See, I'm comfortable enough to wear the Piglosi on my head. I'm comfortable enough with that.
I don't know what's happening. Y'all were talking about like presidential stuff before I got on here, and now everything's falling apart.
You see what I'm saying?
see what
That's
happened?
exactly what was happening.
So what? I want to know, because I'm gonna tell you, this man down here, when it comes to talking about some stuff, this man can spit it out and spit the truth out. And what is your opinion on Cuomo?
Which one?
The governor, the
Governor.
Oh,
the
Governor
governor.
Cuomo?
yeah,
I'm
and-
sorry, I just gotta address this really quick before we get it. Why is Arkansas Livin looking at me like I'm crazy?
What?
he always
Looking at you.
he's inbred.
That ain't got nothing to do with.
It's a Piglosi corn.
No, you got something right here.
Oh, it's right here.
See,
Okay, we'll take this off. Well, in all seriousness, with the evidence that's coming out against this guy, they can't ignore it anymore. They can't really ignore it anymore. It went from 4,000 people that he put in nursing homes to it's 7,000 now, right? So it's only 7,000 people now. It's up to around 13,000 people that are supposedly dead because of what him and his administration did. Not only should he be not recalled, but he should step down, but be put up on criminal charges. You have criminal negligence. You have there's a whole litany of criminal charges he can be brought up on, and not just him. There is a lot of his underlings that did a lot of this stuff too, that they need to be held accountable for.
Well, and how many of those old folks were on state pensions? That opens up a whole new set of motives,
Well, I was just going to get to that. That was one of the motives that people are saying, is that there was a lot of things that the pensions were having problems, and to get rid of 13,000 pensioners would have been something of a advantage to him. And that's what it seemed like happened. So,
wow. That's a good point, though, man. Like killing off the old people because it's like, well, they're not going to be able to help us in the future. They're just draining off the rest of us. And then New York is already bankrupt, right, Pete?
It's very close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's extremely close to it. Yeah. California is 5 minutes away from being bankrupt. They're losing more people. Yeah, they're losing people so fast in California and New York. They can't sustain this economy anymore.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's news to me. Good thing I jumped on.
Yeah, I mean, just because you have a lot of rich people, a lot of famous people who live there, you have to sustain that city with taxes. And majority of the people don't make enough money to pay taxes in Manhattan. So the people who do are leaving because they can't afford the taxes anymore.
Yeah.
There's nobody to pay taxes. There's no way to get the city running. So the less money you have to pay out in pensions, the more the state has.
And the other thing is, like, with this COVID thing, they're achieving zero results. So the fear-mongering states can up the ante and demand more and more either sanctions or shut this down, shut that down. But the states that aren't doing it aren't experiencing any more of a hit than the ones that are doing the tightest regulations, No. So as a rich person, and that's the same way when they say we're going to make the 1% pay all the taxes. Those will just be 1%ers that live in Argentina or Ghana or something. They'll just leave because they're the upwardly mobile people. They have enough capital that they can just be gone tomorrow,
Absolutely.
You can't pin it on them, and it was never that way. They create jobs, and then there's taxpayers and then there's tax receivers. And when your tax receivers outnumber your taxpayers, you got a problem. And that's what's happening in New York and California. The people paying into all this shit are like, they're done with it. That's where the wealth tax in California came from. They wanted to tax them for, 10 years after they left to make up for the damages that they caused the state by leaving.
Yeah.
How's it their fault,
Yeah, well, they're trying to implement that now. Gavin Newsom wants to put a tax on you if you leave the state now. They want to be able to tax you in the new state that you move to.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
he wants
but
to
they
do
can't
that right
do
now.
that, can they? Can they do that?
No, taxation
I come across a
and
lot of
without
people.
representation.
I come across a lot of people who say, "How can they do that?" or "Can they do that?" Just think about it this way: if we, all of us up here, ran a state, right? Mm-hmm. We ran the state. You guys were the Democrat majority, and we're the Republican minority down here. You guys pass a law in the state, that's gonna pass. That's now law. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you pass a law that says that the people who move out of this state, if you were a resident for X amount of years and you have to pay taxes for 10 years, it's law. Of course they can do that. Wow. They can do anything that they want to do, as long as they say it's legitimate and it's a law.
But how enforceable is that? And you could also take it to court because it's not constitutional. You can make things laws doesn't make them constitutional.
Absolutely, and that's where the sticking point is. But by the time that you, as the individual, who is being taxed, goes to court, pays a lawyer, gets it dragged out by the state, you're now bankrupt. You lost your house in your new state and your old state, and they're still making the money.
Yeah,
that's good. I live in Missouri.
Yeah, I mean, but that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're counting on the fact that nobody will sue because what are you going to do? Take on the state?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm okay with having nothing to lose, man.
Yeah, me too.
So I would for one, I wouldn't pay it anyways. I would just pay my new state. And what are they going to do? Come after me? A state?
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's what they want to do.
What could they do? Let's say it was legitimate and they were doing that tax, and I moved from New
We're
York
staying
to
in Massachusetts.
whatever other state, right? And I said, screw it, I'll pay my taxes here because this is where I'm at. Besides whatever, like if it was on January 1st,
Yeah.
what could they actually do to me?
Well, you would
Nothing
forget about
federally.
it. You would forget about it, and it would be years later. And when you sold that house to buy that new one, the X amount of profit you made off of that house suddenly would go to the state that you just left years ago that you totally forgot about because they put a lien on the house or whatever.
That's right.
But a state that I don't live in can't put a lien on my house.
Sure, they can.
Well,
Why?
that's what they're. If the second, it's just like our money, man. If the second they pass it and they believe it and they accept it to be real, it becomes real.
But in that logic, though, then New York should come here to my house and arrest me for the stuff I have for the Second Amendment, because they have laws there, right? If I lived there and I left,
but that's not a law yet. That's not a law yet. They haven't passed a law that says that what you have are your Second Amendment rights. We can't take them away if you used to live in New York.
I know.
Hold on, give him a minute. Give him a minute, but don't give him any ideas.
But I think what
That's actually very well put. Don't give them any freaking
I
ideas.
think what the missing point is that if you live in the state now, so if you lived in New York in the past, that's doesn't count if they start a new bill now. But what he's saying is if you live in the state of California right now and they pass that law tomorrow and you move out the day after tomorrow, you are bound by that law is what he's saying.
Because you were a resident when that law passed.
Right.
Yeah.
If you moved out the day before, then you would be protected by the ex post facto clauses.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's insane.
I'll tell you what, Pete, man, I have been watching a lot of the Revolutionary series, and a lot of things are really rhyming up. And I'll tell you what, it's ridiculous. I was watching, I was telling Preppin and Patriot earlier, I was watching one where they had groups of marauding, basically rogue Tories out there, trying to pop off, some of the revolutionaries. And I was like, man, that just reminded me of the Antifa that we've got today. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but man, it sure as hell rhymes.
Oh yeah. See, there's a reason. There's a reason why they have 7,500 or 7,900 troops at the Capitol. There's a reason why they put the fences up. There's a reason why they're doing all of this, and it's not because of what we're doing.
I thought it was to keep Biden from wandering off.
It is because they couldn't get that ankle bracelet on him because he's all slippery. But it's not because of what we did, right? It's not because of what we did. And I was telling my wife this earlier. If we wanted to take over the Capitol, we would have.
Easily.
Yeah,
It would have already been done.
Look at this panel we got right here. You have a Marine. We did have an Army guy here, right? I don't know who any other service members are here.
No.
Bugout Bushido, you served, didn't you?
Bugout. Yeah, Bugout did.
Okay, so I didn't. Okay, and I'm guessing Arkansas Livin.
What?
Are you a veteran, sir?
No, not
Okay.
no, huh?
So just with the people on this panel is a 3 times force multiplier. Just with your knowledge, you can teach. I don't even know how many people are in the chat. I can't see.
We've got
67.
yeah,
Right?
67.
You can teach 67 people military tactics like this.
I can make a really good wet willy.
There you go. There you go. All you got to do is just show that little gizmo guy, and we all just laugh and just go home.
Right.
But do you honestly think? And I told her this. I said, you honestly think that on the 6th of January, if the Patriots wanted to take over Washington D.C., we wouldn't have?
I agree.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous just on its face. We know enough ex-military and military people and law enforcement people to be a force multiplier for 100,000 people, like
At
that,
least.
at least.
least.
And
I mean,
with the
over
amount of
that, you got numbers too.
yeah, with the amount of weapons that we all lost in a river, it's ridiculous. I'm just saying.
Boating accidents.
Yes,
What?
boating accidents, river accidents.
Y'all go over there,
Yeah.
and I'll run around over this way, and I'll just run around naked and throw rocks.
See, and there you go.
You'll be the distraction. Well, they're all staring at you going, what the hell are you doing with it?
We wouldn't even have to break anything. We could just walk right in because everybody would be in shock watching him walk around naked throwing rocks.
Well, Arkansas, you think that's funny, man, but you know the Celts sacked Rome and took it over naked, throwing rocks. So
That's right.
That's. I didn't think there was anybody else here that would get that.
Yep, the berserkers.
I'm really surprised
He is, dude. He
where
is
I
an,
got that from.
Yeah,
he is an encyclopedia. There's an encyclopedia inside of that brain of history, man.
yeah. Basically, the berserkers would paint their naked bodies and get high and go into battle and just kill everything until they get killed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why they call people when you want go berserk. That was actually the people were berserkers.
They
I
went
don't know
to-
how to do military stuff. If I had to go fight, that's probably what I would do too. Is just paint myself up naked.
Yeah, well, you know what? To each his own.
Like a naked
Not for
guy
nothing.
with a toboggan and a gizmo with an AR in his hand. Be like,
Hey.
hey, what's up?
And I don't want to offend you because I just met you, but I'm gonna follow the Marine.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I don't want to offend you or
you
nothing
would
like that.
probably be better off on that flank.
I could just see me in Arkansas.
We'd be right behind him.
Yeah, that's right. We'd be behind you.
Body armor on. Between the two of us, we could distract everybody. You guys would be able to walk right in.
I'll be asking the Marine. We don't have to take our clothes off, right? Because I don't want to do this.
Like right in the middle, we're like, what?
What'd you say? What?
Hey, all you got to do is every day when you wake up, you look at Josh, you just say, "It's not Thursday, is it?" That's
Yeah.
all you got to.
It's not Thursday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, we got to keep Thursday true, man. Come on, Bugout.
Yeah.
Well-
Isn't Thursday when Dangerous Freedom started streaming with Patriot 3%er?
Yeah, that was like 4 months ago.
That was like last Thursday, 2 months ago, right?
Right.
I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say what it is anymore. We're not on After Dark. All right.
I got you.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
We'll pick up that Thursday thing on the next show because
I don't know.
it's going to go dismally wrong if we go there.
A couple of days ago, I turned on this stream at like 9:30 at night, and a whole bunch of you guys are on the panel. And I came in my studio at 6 o'clock in the morning, and there's Ron still sitting there going. And it was like 14 hours later. I'm like, holy shit. I don't know if he was sleeping with his eyes open. I don't know what was going on, but I went to sleep all night. I came back in the morning. He was still streaming.
Well,
I don't know.
you know, we're all a bunch of dim pilot lights, so if you can't get quality, you just have to get quantity, you know? And
Like it's kind of like a crossword puzzle, you know, where you just mix match a whole bunch of stuff together and hope
Yes.
that you get something educational out of it.
You hope.
Yeah, no, and that's actually a good point because, like, even on the After Dark channel, granted, it's lighthearted. You know, most of us, you know, we're either got a buzz going or working on getting a buzz or getting ready to go to work, or a lot of them are at work. And they just enjoy hanging out. But at the same time, we're getting people that are brand new to prepping, never thought about it, you know, and they can ask questions. And, you know,
Hold on. But we hardly almost never talk about prepping.
Yeah, I haven't tuned in one time I heard anything about prepping. And I usually have a notepad and a pen waiting to hear stuff about prepping. And I never hear anything. So
I mean, for God's sakes,
There you go.
I was trying to talk about how you load a weapon the other night, and some people in the chat started making it dirty, so I made it dirty, and it was like gun porn, you know.
you got to take that big old ball and ram it down the back. No, that's not how you do that. That's not how you do any of that stuff. Forget it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, that's actually not.
Man, that almost sounded like the new COVID test.
Y'all know Dangerous tried to come to Brokeback Mountain with us the other day, and he couldn't pass the sit and spin test.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
Did you hear what you just said?
I want to know.
But now, PTP, I want to know.
Yeah.
Have you seen the twerking video?
Oh Lord.
The twerking video?
Yes.
No.
Have you not seen it, Josh? Hold on, let me text it to you, Rick.
No,
Oh, no,
Josh,
I've
Josh
seen it.
has seen it. I sent it to him because I knew he'd get a laugh. He's like, man, I couldn't tell if that was you or not, but
In twerked
He was
in
twerking.
body armor.
He was twerking in body armor.
Yes.
Oh,
not
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Now, hold on a second now.
Pete the
Hold
Patriot.
on a second.
Pete the Patriot at yahoo.com.
I
Send
got-
that to
I-
me.
I got your email. I'll
Yes.
send you the link here in a minute. But
Send
but
that
what
to me.
it is honestly, it was not twerking. I was up there. We had the Bee Gees.
There was a little bit.
And now I am totally guilty. That's my guilty sin, my guilty pleasure, whatever. Whenever I hear that song, it just makes
Twerking?
me want to move and get up and dance. I don't know what it is, but anyways, I just happen to have a lot of people be like, "Oh, do it with your body armor on." And so I was like, "Okay." So I got my body armor on, sure shit. And they're all calling it a twerking video, but like honestly, dude, I'm a white boy. I can't shake my ass.
He
Didn't
was
stop you from trying.
he
That
done
doesn't
it.
negate the fact that I really need to see that.
He did it. He did it to the song "Staying Alive," and he was in flannel pants, in flannel pajamas.
It almost made me want to change my boots and drive to Arizona.
Oh man. That's not good.
Oh my Lord.
You know, I can't say anything about that. I'm doing something on my live show tonight, which it's for a hey, Dangerous Freedom. Just say it was for a charity thing.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the money, dude. I figured if I took my booty for a few people, at least I'd get a couple bucks.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not feel like a cheap whore.
I'm doing something on my live stream in just like a half hour for that I never expected to do because somebody would give this amount of money to do it, but it's for charity, which is okay. I'm gonna do it.
I feel like you're getting really close to an OnlyFans right now. I don't know what's
No, I'm gonna have my eyebrow ripped out.
ripped.
Yeah, my wife is gonna wax my eyebrow off of my head.
Oh, bro, no.
Yes.
Would you do that?
I don't know.
would you do
Dangerous
that?
Freedom. You know, I do the campaign for the homeless. I give out these blessing bags, and I put a dollar amount out there and said I'll have my eyebrow taken out for this dollar amount to help the homeless. Somebody paid that dollar amount, and now I'm going to have that done.
That's gonna be so painful.
Yes, it is. And you know what? We went to the store yesterday to get the stuff to do the wax because we scheduled the show for tonight. And my wife walked into the place and she went to the girl and said, "Hi, I need something that's going to wax his eyebrow off of his head and be the most painful thing we can do."
What the?
Seriously. And she just kind of looked at my wife, and she goes, "Okay."
Okay, so I'm sitting here thinking on this, and you got these angry eyebrows.
I do. Yeah.
And I'm thinking that you're gonna now look like you had the jab and one eyebrow fell off, and you're gonna be like half angry.
No. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna draw one on my head, like Nancy Pelosi's.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm gonna have one regular eyebrow and then one eyebrow that goes up like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
Well,
did
you're
you guys see pictures of Nancy Pelosi when she was young?
Yes.
She was not bad to look at.
Oh no, she was a good-looking lady. I don't know what the hell happened, but
Dude, I would have taken her and Martha Stewart out did some immoral stuff. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You would have, but you weren't born in the 1930s.
Yeah, I wasn't in the silent film era, so I missed out on that. But
Yeah, I think it was a lot worse than the silent film era.
Did I understand that right?
Uh-huh.
What?
Nancy Pelosi and Martha Stewart
yeah, when they were
and Bugout Bushido.
Man, you got really stuck on that one, didn't you?
look at photos of them from when they were younger. They were both really easy to look at. Let me tell you
Well,
this.
No, he's right. Nancy Pelosi was a good-looking woman back in, I think it was just before the Civil War. Yeah, just before the Civil War.
So
I mean, I'm with the Bugout Bushido. I think they were good-looking women.
Oh,
But that was 172 years ago. I don't know what the hell happened
I
now.
think I saw the video. Did y'all ever have one of those film reel projectors?
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
I think I seen that.
I'm kind of disturbed about something that was said.
Oh my God! You come up now? I've been on here for a half hour. You just coming up now with that?
Yeah. Are you talking about waxing Pelosi? What's going on?
I don't know. It's something like that. But go ahead.
So, how much would it cost to do your bikini area?
You don't have enough money. You do not have enough money. Let's put it that way.
This was not the dirty channel.
I was because about that.
Somebody asked that question already.
I feel like we need to go ahead and switch over to Freedom After Dark, like right now.
Something needs to happen.
I'm going to go ahead and say Patriot, not much.
No. No.
I was being clean. I said bikini area.
Right.
Is that not Arkansas? You just be quiet over there.
Now, there's a lot of people in that in this chat that hang out in my chat, and they know that they asked that question already about the bikini wax. And no, that just doesn't happen. I never expected this to happen, to tell you the honest to God's truth, but I'm a man of my word. I keep my word.
You were really upset at that point.
Yeah, well,
it happens. I bet you lesson learned, though. You'll make sure that the dollar amount's a little bit more.
Next time, yeah, I think so.
Especially an eyebrow, and that's going to take forever to fix.
To fix.
Okay. You know what? It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause.
It is.
And
one eyebrow and the other eyebrow are like the same again. That's going to be like 6 months, bro.
Yeah, that's okay. My daughter will just draw one on my head.
It'll grow back faster than you think. We shaved off a buddy's eyebrow when we were at the barracks. Well, we shaved off half of one, and then he tried to fix them, but they went so far in, he just shaved them off. They grew back fairly fast.
That's all right. I'm not worried about it.
We got a fellow drunk one night at the fraternity house and shaved off both of his eyebrows and drew them back on. And it took him like 2 days to figure out that it was just Sharpie up there.
Oh, Lord.
That's bad.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's terrible.
That makes you wonder how much he actually looked in the mirror and brushed his teeth and combed
exactly,
his hair.
huh?
I mean, was kind of my thought. You know, that would be something I would think that I would notice. You know,
Pete,
saying.
Pete, you remember the girl that ran out of hairspray using Gorilla Glue spray?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No.
How about that? You could actually use some butt hair and some Gorilla Glue.
No, they've done that, dude. Oh my God, what movie was that?
Just make a new eyebrow.
Yeah,
I think I can do that.
Yeah, they should cut off their pubes.
Dangerous. I think you're thinking about one of those Jackass movies where everybody shaved their pubes and glued it on somebody's face.
That's the one, the Jackass one, where
no.
got his
I think that was Jackass, the second one or the third one they did. That was
I was
wrong.
saying, if you've got a PO box, Pete, I mean, I'll trim some of this right here.
I'm good. I'm good.
Janet, I'll tell you what. Janet in the chat said, "Who's retarded enough to use Gorilla Glue on their hair?" Obviously, you haven't been watching some of the people around here. Like, they have no clue. I mean,
Hey, you know that girl is suing. She's suing Gorilla Glue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
And Patriot told me she's got like almost $15,000 in a PayPal.
Yeah.
Or
She got a lawyer and everything. She wants to sue Gorilla Glue because she went to Home Depot to buy hair care products, and they should have differentiated between it.
They don't have hair care products in Home Depot.
Yes, they do, because she took Gorilla Glue, put it on her hair.
They do
That's not a
now.
hair care product.
Y'all hold on just a minute.
This goes back to the Red Bull getting sued because it didn't give people wings.
Yes. Or the McDonald's coffee that's hot.
What? No, that got returned. That got overturned. She had to pay that money back.
Yeah, but she sued.
Oh no, she did, and it changed the industry. But the fact that at least they had to come back and they had to prove in court the temperature they had to have coffee to make it boil.
Right.
They had to prove to a jury that it's hot enough to burn you.
That's what I heard somebody say on I was watching a TikTok or something on whatever it was, said that these people are the reason there are instructions on Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Which brings me to my next point. If y'all, people out there, if y'all are going to have children, please don't smoke crack. This is the kind of children, they grow up and they do stupid things like put Gorilla Glue in their hair.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I'm coming from a somewhat conservative base here, but I'm just going to go put out don't smoke crack, period. You know, I mean, that's just.
Yes.
Don't do any of that
I
shit.
agree.
Are you talking about all the time?
Yeah, that's.
If you're in the childbearing years, you know, just might want to lay off this stuff because you never know when it's going to happen.
Hopefully, I'm never burying a child.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
What?
What?
I would hope that. Yeah.
You would think you wouldn't have to say things like that.
You do.
Yeah,
Wow.
but you do.
I got one word for you, 2 words: Tide Pods.
Tide Pods. Yeah.
Those are tasty. Those things are delicious.
They smell like they would be so
And
good.
you know this how?
What?
Huh?
What?
What?
Who said they were delicious?
Yeah.
This guy.
And you know this how? How do you know that?
You got
How
put
do you
on the
know
spot,
anything?
Arkansas. Why you eating Tide Pods?
How do you know if anything is? I'm a millennial. Of course, I eat Tide Pods.
How are you a millennial? Aren't you older than me?
I'm 33.
Damn,
No,
you're old.
you're like 57.
Damn.
I'm 33.
Chris and Lee prepping.
Yeah.
There's a guy, right? There's a guy sitting in his car drinking something out of a sock holding a gizmo. And you're telling me that you don't believe that he ate a Tide Pod.
You never know nowadays with people. You never know.
I'll reiterate this. I'll just go over it one more time. There's a guy sitting in a car drinking something out of a sock and holding a gizmo. You don't think he's eating a Tide Pod?
I know there's issues there.
There's issues there.
I think what he.
I don't know what's the sock. I don't know what's going on with the sock. I don't want to know what's going on with the sock.
Actually, man, this whole sock business that you're saying, that's profiling.
Is it? I apologize.
That's racism. You're racist. You need to get off the internet.
I'm confused.
I think what offended him more than anything is he's cool with the sock thing and the gizmo, but it really, I think it offended him that he's down in South Arkansas and he don't drive a car. He drives a truck.
Oh, jeez, I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
he
there's
does
a
have
guy
truck,
sitting in
man.
his truck
Everything
drinking
is-
out of a sock. Out of
Yeah.
everything I said, you take offense to that.
Right.
I apologize.
Hey, Arkansas, you ever thought about doubling over that sock just to give you more insulation?
Well, I actually tried that, but it's too hard to get on and off of the stuff that I'm drinking.
No, you just
Double it up. It
push
makes
the
it,
drink, just push the drink in, and then fold it back over, and then open it up.
The question, I have a question. Is he wearing a shoe right now? Is he like sitting in his truck with one shoe and sock off and drinking
Well, see,
out of it?
Oh no,
That's
no,
the
no.
question.
He's
hang
actually
on.
he's actually in his office. That's his
That's
background.
his office.
Oh,
That's his background
Hang
right
on,
there.
that's
now
his
see,
green screen.
Okay, I have to. Okay, he like I said, he's down in South Arkansas. You just offended him again. He don't wear shoes. He wears boots.
Damn it.
what's
I've
wrong
been
with
living in
my
this.
boot?
Yeah, and when you
you
said he
have
was in
two
a
on?
car,
Well, he's got one on and one stuck up his ass because his old lady got mad at him earlier and kicked him in the ass.
And that's why he's in his truck.
It's just real bad. We're both wearing wool socks tonight.
Oh man.
Wool socks.
Oh wow.
but yeah, when you brought up the car thing, you were assuming that he had the privilege of having paved roads. That was a little
Yeah.
kind of extended yourself a little there.
Like I said, I'm a city slicker. I apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah, like
it's okay.
I drive a mini truck, a small truck with a stick shift. I don't know.
No, and actually, a stick shift is good because they last longer.
I have my truck actually has roll down windows and it's a 5-speed.
Nice.
That's the way to go, though.
Yeah, dude, that's a great prepper vehicle. To be honest, I mean,
And,
Well,
and
my-
you can leave
my
the keys in it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I can't tell sometimes when I'm talking over people because I got a lag.
I was talking over you.
Oh. Well, no, man. My personal truck that I normally drive is a little Toyota pickup, little 4-wheel drive pickup, 4-cylinder, 5-speed 4-wheel drive pickup.
Yeah.
I was just saying you got a good security measure there. You can leave the windows down, the keys inside, and no one can drive off because no one knows how to drive a manual.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's a generalization. It's a joke, but yeah.
No, that's true.
You stereotyping
Oh,
something.
it is. It is.
That's what's wrong with this country right now.
Hey, you guys, I really appreciate you letting me come on and hang out with you, but I got to get ready for my show.
hey, why don't you do me a favor, Pete? When you get your show up, go ahead and drop the link over here. We'll go ahead and send over some love because honestly, I'm going to end this in about 15 minutes anyways. And
15 minutes tonight? Or like
Well,
15 minutes Thursday?
Well, no, he's just talking about this drink. We're going to start another one, and
Right.
and, yeah.
I
yeah,
got
see,
you. I got you.
I went ahead and made the choice with a lot of people's help. So now I keep this one kind of more PG. And thank you very much, Pete, for coming on here, man.
Yes.
I've been watching you for a long time, and you've always been a really good friend. And
You've been with me since the beginning, Ron. Believe
There
it or
we go.
not. Yeah.
and
I don't like him. He's mean. I don't think we
And-
need to let him back over here.
Just because I wear socks doesn't mean I'm mean. Okay?
and I've got to watch this.
All right? Because I have paved roads okay, and stuff like that doesn't mean that I'm mean. I'm sorry. I apologize. And because I like pigs and not gizmos, we can still be friends.
That's a damn unicorn.
It's a piglosi corn.
Your mask over there that's blending in with the background is freaking me out.
The alien?
Yeah, the one that's just blending in with its surroundings right now.
Yeah,
It's trippy, isn't it? I
It
like
is.
it. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you in a little bit.
All right,
Thanks,
Take it
Pete.
easy.
Appreciate it,
Later.
man.
good guy right there, man. Tell you what, man.
I don't like him.
Arkansas, it's okay. He doesn't know you yet.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
Yes.
if you want to hear somebody that can flat freaking rant about some shit that the government's doing, I'm telling you, go check him out, dude.
Absolutely.
He ain't no. I mean,
Is his channel link in there in the chat? by chance?
I can put it in there.
I can pull it up. Hold on. It's just a second.
Yeah. Once I get to where I'm going, I'll click him. I don't think I'm subbed to him. I don't think I've ever heard of him before, to be honest.
Keep the Patriot.
This is the first time that I've ever heard of him before, but I like the guy. I like anybody that can give me crap right back. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah, he's good like that.
Dude, you ought to hear him, man. He is hilarious, man. He'll get you fired up, dude.
Chris and Lee, you ain't said nothing. What's up?
I'm just enjoying the show, brother. I'm just enjoying the show.
Right.
I'm just glad to be hanging out and hearing stuff that's going on and having laughs and good talk. That's it.
Yeah. He rolled his sleeves up pretty good yesterday. He was getting in it.
If Arkansas, if you want, I go get my flashlight, go sit in my pickup truck and join you.
Yeah, man. If you want to, I'll clean the seat out next to me.
There you go. Patriot just put the link out there.
I can't click on it. I think the only way we can click on it is if you put it in the live chat.
Okay.
I mean, in the private chat. I mean.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
That's in the other chat.
Actually, Patriot, you still got that pulled up, bro?
Yeah. Give me just a second.
He's got to go up and throw some pine knot in the stove right quick.
Here, I'll get it. I'll get it.
I had to throw a log on fire, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on. I need to get another screen.
There you go.
Arkansas,
Yeah,
how's the
yeah.
weather where you're at right now?
Well, I'm sitting out here with the window down. I think it's I can't see the thing on the dash. I think it's 30. It's 30 degrees, and it ain't really doing anything yet. It's supposed to. I think it's supposed to snow like I don't know, 7 or 8 inches here. It's been a few years since it's done that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's about 18 degrees where here in Massachusetts right now. I'm up in the New England area.
Oh wow.
It's cold.
I got quarter till 10 p.m. and it's 79 degrees right here.
That's
Yeah,
all.
I think we're like 73 where I'm at.
Oh, I don't know. It's 21 here. Feels like 15.
It's 7 degrees here. Feels like -9.
And where are you guys at, Patriot?
I'm in Arkansas.
And Josh, where are you at?
I'm in Missouri, south of Missouri.
Oh, did you know that the state of Missouri signed a protection act for the 2A? I like that idea. I hope other states jump in on that.
There's cities that are doing it too within the state.
Really?
So you got the state doing it, and you have some cities. Well, one city I know of. I'd have to look a little bit deeper into it, see if other ones are joining on. But
There's actually counties. There's counties doing it. My sheriff is actually from my little community down here, and he used to live right down the road from me. And my daddy-in-law, he's a sheriff over in a neighboring county, and they're all talking about signing county-wide stuff.
yeah,
You know,
Sure.
for the same deal.
Arizona too. I'll tell you what, man. If they try and push this anti-gun crap, freaking dude, Arizona's definitely already on board with that. Yeah.
They're gonna have one heck of a hard time with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know we've kind of turned, and I'm not saying we, but I'm saying population as a whole, we've kind of turned into a bunch of pansies as far as where the population density is and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But there's still a whole lot of folks out here that ain't gonna put up with that stuff.
Yep.
Nope. I'm all about the Second Amendment. My wife is, and I know there's a lot of people out there that don't want to see this shit happen, and they don't want to give up anything.
We ain't gonna. No, it's not. Don't want to. We ain't going to.
Well,
Like,
Exactly.
dude, like, I mean, this is what happened in April in 1775. They came after the powder and the lead, and we said fuck you then. And man, like seriously, they're playing a really dangerous game right now. And all I can think is they really want to bring us to fucking war. Pardon my French.
That's what's going to come down to. Because we have the strength in numbers right now, just because of the Second Amendment. There's too many of us out there for it that are all about it.
What's the Second Amendment thing y'all are talking about?
It's a bad idea.
No, it's not.
The last time we fought a war here was one of the deadliest wars that we ever had, and I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, if we have to do it, let's do it. But I don't want it, and I ain't looking forward to it.
Patriot.
It would be a little chaotic.
I was talking with Josh about the state that he lives in. They signed a Second Amendment Protection Act to protect the 2A rights.
Well, what we were talking about before, Patriot, before we went on.
Well, no, we talked about it.
I'm saying, what is?
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, what is the Second Amendment? What are y'all talking about? Y'all.
Oh, you starting to joke? My bad.
Y'all.
Where do babies come from?
Excuse me.
Oh, here you go.
Hold on while I whip this out here.
No, I'm pretty sure. I was told by some politicians it's your right to hunt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Kiss my ass.
What happened?
Well, okay, yeah, we can go hunting politicians then.
Oh shit.
You don't even have.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Crap. Now, whatever.
Well, now you're joking, and that could be.
Yeah,
different.
no, yeah, I'm totally joking. That's not what our Second Amendment was all about.
Oh no. The purpose of the Second Amendment is very clear. I was saying you were joking about it being actively right now.
Oh yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Just throwing it out. I'm saying it'd be chaotic. Look, Chris. Look what they've done to factions of people, and because we're putting factions, we're putting little classes and all that. You get the whole Marxism, all that kind of stuff, right? So we're putting all these different little classes, and we're divided in all these different little areas. We're divided enough, and it's becoming more common for some areas to narc on your neighbor and do things like that, right? So they can condition. They can condition the United States to make it easier for them. So when it comes down to it, and they want to take it, there's not much of a unified front when it comes to going against it and saying no. You know what I mean? What are you going to go to your neighbor that disagreed with you before because we had a Trump flag and they had a Biden flag, and they're going to go with you on this one? You know what I mean? There's you create enough division, and we're spread out enough. It's not like we live in. I mean, I guarantee there's some cities that are. Primarily it's hard to find a blue flag, and in some areas it's hard. It's like with Crips and Bloods. It's hard enough to find a red, a Trump flag or whatever. But I'm just saying,
exactly.
You divide it enough, and then you break up even those groups into other things. I mean, they make it easier for themselves to accomplish the goal.
Divide and conquer.
That's exactly like. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're watching a Patriot channel or a prepping channel. What we're trying to spread is unity. We have to be united right now.
We have to stick together. We have to stick together on this.
We don't have room for this nitpicking because, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. Do you believe in fucking liberty or don't you? That is the ultimate fucking pride right now. That's what our forefathers said. That's what we need to say right now. Do you believe in liberty or do you believe in tyranny?
Yep.
Well,
prove
we need to stick together.
I have to say something real quick. Michael Lowe, Second Amendment is not only about hunting. It was never about hunting, period.
Nope.
Is the more correct way to put that. It was hunting. Hunting was already a way of life back then. It had absolutely zero to do with hunting.
Yeah, I was joking.
I think we got it. I caught the trust me, I caught the sarcasm, dude. I follow our history pretty closely, and I try and teach it to my kids too. That's why my oldest boy has his own pew, and it's like his is sighted in oh my God, he's got the scope rifle. See, we were like earlier, you were talking about, get your rifle zeroed. And so like my red dot, it's weird. It's not zeroed in. Now at 25 yards, dude, 25, maybe 50 yards, I can hit anything with that red dot. But if it's further than that,
Phone just died and it's plugged in.
I just flip up my iron sights, and it's still not quite a co-witness, but
Phone just died.
I don't know. I practice shooting cans at 100 yards with my red dot because I figure within 100 yards, if I can hit something with that in 100 yards, if something breaks out further than that, it's
you're pulling out your hunting rifle.
I mean, your rifle's going to touch out the 500, 600 point target.
Yeah, 300 being the sweet spot.
Yeah. Obviously you're going to react a little bit faster the closer it is inside.
I feel like
And that's just the difference because you're in a more rural area. I'm in an urban area. I mean, I've got freaking neighbors, dude. My first go-to is going to be my 12 gauge with the mini slugs.
Yeah.
I don't even want to shoot my 40 around here because,
Why does it want to use slugs and shotguns all the time? What's up with that?
Well, I like double up buck, just personally. It's my personal thing.
I'm just gonna say if I can hit a can, a aluminum can, a Coke can.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you clarified that. I wasn't sure if you were talking racist or not.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. So anyway, I figure if I can hit aluminum can, Coke can at 100 yards with my red dot, I'm sure I can. If I can't hit you, I can damn sure make you very uncomfortable at up to 300.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about practice and consistency. Practice makes permanent. What is it? Michael Lowe was in there in the chat. Said it's the only right that protects the rest of the Constitution. And I'm going to go ahead and say and throw a wrench in that. I don't think so. Because look at what's happening to the First Amendment right now.
Ain't nobody
controversy. Here we go.
Well, I'm just saying I get the idea about it, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna go around and take away completely because it's designed to protect and keep the rest of you. I get that. I get the idea behind it, but
Well, I mean, without the Second Amendment, there's no teeth in it for the citizenry. So, like what they're doing to us now, they're flirting and they're probing us to see how much they can get away with, really. But the second that they get rid of that Second Amendment, you can forget about all the other ones. They're gone the next day,
Well, and they get you so fat. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm done.
I was going to say, and they get you so fast. I was like I said before, you could say it's 4th gen or 5th gen warfare, whatever you want to say, and you could argue both sides. But they're using a whole bunch of non-governmental entities to take away rights, so they're never really responsible for it, too. There's a lot of things you could do. Play the game.
To go right along with what Josh is saying, if I might, the fact that they're taking away all the rest of them and we're not using the second one now. You see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
But see, now that's the hard part, though, because who's taking away the first? It's not them.
Right.
No, it's these the Silicon Valley assholes. I mean, what are we going to go? I mean, come on, I'm not even going to discuss it here. We've already seen when people try and take out buildings and such, hoping that they'll make a difference, and it never works out. We have to find out a way to outsmart these assholes. That's what I think, or just beat them to the chase. If we could take the money from them, that would be great, man. I mean,
just like the GameStop fiasco.
Do what?
Just like the GameStop fiasco. There's ways to hurt them.
Yeah.
Right in the pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying they're definitely going outside of the box. Like they outsourced crimping the First Amendment. How are they going to get the second? Well, they've been using mass shootings and all kinds of other stuff that conveniently pop up whenever they need it. And I'm surprised we haven't had one of those since this thing started to once this impeachment goes south and it fizzles out, there'll be another event of some sort. There'll be another Las Vegas concert or what have you. Like whenever they need a distraction, it always seems to pop up.
What they say a day ago that North Korea's important to them right now.
Yeah, I missed that part. I do know North Korea is in trouble right now. They've been starving for about 6 months now.
Yeah, I've got to shut this down here in a second. Can somebody in the chat please go ahead and put a link up for Pete's stream so we can go over and stream rate him? And you guys don't go anywhere. You guys on the panel don't go anywhere just yet. But
I'm gonna have to go feed the family here in a minute.
That's fine. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and watch Pete for a while, and then I'll probably start up and of course I'll start up an After Dark. It seems like I do that every night, but yeah. Hold on.
I got it.
I wish you would have said that earlier too. Sorry.
Oh,
Looks like Patriots got it. Yeah. Hey, no, Josh, if you're around later and you want to hop in, dude, not a problem, dude. You're always welcome on our channel, man. Always.
I'm down.
Yeah, we can watch Pete or whatever for a little bit, give everybody a chance to do what they need to do. Arkansas. Hey, I need to holler at you when we end the stream on the telephone there.
All right. Well, I'll check, make sure there ain't nobody on the party line.
Well, they might want to hear in on it too. But anyway, no, I need to holler at you for a minute.
Hey, Kay.
So what are we doing? We fixing to get over here?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. I'm gonna start another After Dark stream. We're gonna head over to Pete's for a minute, and then I'm gonna start the After Dark, and that way I can have like 20 people or whatever, how many people. But yeah, let's go show Pete some love. That was really nice of him for coming on. So, and we could also do it for 101 too.
If anything, I'll be lurking in there. I'm gonna leave it up while I go get them ready. So.
All right.
I appreciate you having me on, guys.
Hey,
Later, Josh.
We'll
Sure
be back on
to make fun of you.
all right.
You keep me on, but hey, look, there you go. I'm really bald now.
I actually combed my hair today. I think I need to shave it though. It's getting kind of long. I can actually grab it.
Well, no, Danger's going to start the After Dark here in just a little bit.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, give it half an hour, and yeah. Look, I mean, if I want to worry about stepping on toes, it's like I'm not going to start it on Pete's, but maybe I will. I don't know.
I mean, his is already going right now, anyways.
It's
what?
Friday night.
It's going right now.
Yeah. It's Friday night, and we're all. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow, and like snow all day. So you ain't got nothing to do anyway. You might as well just come and hang out and sleep in.
Did you just say it's Friday night?
Got nothing to do tomorrow. Let's get high.
Or Saturday night, I mean. Saturday. You ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. It's supposed to snow all day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you need some sleep, brother.
God bless y'all. and thank you for hanging out, man. And we will see you next Saturday night. Or if you want to join us at Dangerous Freedom After Dark, we'll be around there. We do it pretty much every night. And we are the late night guys. Like we burn the midnight oil, like literally. So anyway, take care, y'all.